It's good to be great and great to be good. And these two rough, tough hombres are both great and good. Hey, the Good Brothers have made an impact, winning tag team gold from New York City to Tokyo, Japan, and some points in between, whichever direction you take. And now they're making an impact in Impact Wrestling, seen Tuesday nights on Access TV. Gallows and Anderson. Sounds like a fine wine. And hey, they're getting better with age. Thank you, gentlemen. Hey, if anyone can answer this, I think it's you two. What ingredients make a tag team good?
Oh man, well, I mean, it's actually in our names. We're the Good Brothers, but we're like brothers from another mother in real life. We hang out together on the road. We go eat together on the road. We have a little beer or wine together on the road. We talk wrestling together. We're business partners outside of wrestling, so it's just knowing each other inside and out, man. It's been about 7 years now, and it's only getting better as time goes on.
It definitely helps to like each other. That's always I would say that's a big thing. I think a lot of tag teams say as long as you work well together, it's good. But I think you can only be great if you like each other. In my humble mind,
I agree.
Did this thing happen and click right away in 2013, or was there a process of growing and learning?
No, it clicked right away. It was like we were meant to meet each other at that point in our careers. I feel like Karl wasn't ready for a tag team partner, and they brought me into New Japan, and we had a great match in Cork and Hall the first night in. He took me out to one of his sponsors. We had some Mexican food and some beers, and it was like a stepbrothers moment. We've been together ever since.
Hey, you can't go wrong with Mexican food and beer.
Exactly.
Oh, especially in Japan. In Japan, having Mexican food and beer is perfect.
Who needs sushi?
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's it been like with Impact Wrestling?
It's been great, man. Scott D'Amore reached out to us the day we left WWE, and he told us he wanted to work with us, and he told us he wanted to work with us now and immediately. And so, we're just glad to be somewhere that wants us, and so we want to wave that flag as high as we can, and we want to get as many eyes on Impact as we can. And it's been some of the most fun. This has been some of the most fun that I've had in the pro wrestling business and in life right now because of Impact.
Absolutely. We're wearing the Impact hat. Just, I can't agree more with what Karl said. Mount Glory, October 24th, is going to be an amazing pay-per-view. There's some huge matchups on there that are, if they're not already dream matches, they'll be matches you'll dream about after. We got Victory Road coming up on October 3rd. So it's a great time in the business. It's a great time to be a part of Impact. Catch us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Impact on Access TV, or for free worldwide via the Twitch app. It's simple. It's one click. Even I can do it. So definitely check that out.
Gallows has done this before.
Oh, he's a man with that, brother. If you need a plug, just let Gallows know. He'll get it.
Hey, what were some of the factors and enticements, and you mentioned Scott D'Amore too, that really brought you to Impact Wrestling?
Well, I mean, I've never had a boss before that was a friend. Scott D'Amore was my agent in professional wrestling. He put together the deal that brought Gallows and Anderson together to get me to New Japan, along with a lot of brother help from my partner, Karl, and him and Machine Gun met each other early in Karl's career before he'd even done anything. Scott was a friend of Roger Ruffin, who was Karl's original trainer. So Scott courted us, man, and he told us, hey, I know you guys got all these outside projects you weren't really able to utilize, expand, grow in the other company that you were in. Come here, wear our hat, we'll wear your hat. And he's been true to his word in every form of it. He supported our self-produced, self-funded pay-per-view TalkNShopAMania. We got the sequel coming up Friday, November 13th at 10 p.m. on worldwide pay-per-view and via the Fight app on internet pay-per-view. They're supporting us on that. And we love the competition. We love the action at Impact Wrestling. And we love the support. Our podcast, Talking Shop, is hit number 1 on Apple Sports a couple of times. So rate, listen, and subscribe to that. But, it's all about co-branding. We're a brand now. We're not just two guys who wrestle. and we're happy to be attached to a great brand, a growing brand, and a brand that's got some brand new eyes on it. We couldn't be more excited about it.
Yeah, branding is so important, especially these days with social media and everything else that's going on. Did he come up with the name Good Brothers? Was that something you all came up with? Does it have any specific meaning other than just being, hey, good brothers?
It was a thing I used to say, just like in wrestling, in our industry, would be like we called each other good brother, and that was a way to know, like, hey, is that an okay guy? Is that a cool guy? Is that a guy you want to have a beer with? Is he a good brother or no? Yeah, he's a good brother. And we just said it so much to each other and referencing our peers that it just kind of became us. So it turned into our name, right?
I think we're the goodest of good brothers that you could find in the professional wrestling business. So it just kind of fits our name. Like our bosses call us good brothers. I mean, our bosses over there used to call us good brothers. So it just fits, man, and it's just us. And it's more than really a professional brand. It's just personal life now. It's how we refer to each other, you know.
Are the Good Brothers fans of Goodfellas?
No. Good fellas.
Hey, man, it was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie.
It wasn't.
No, it was. Man, I've got so many kids at my house now. I just don't even get to watch any human beings or normal movies anymore. I've just given up on everything.
It's all Disney now, right?
It's all Disney Plus, bro. It's all Disney Plus. It's insane.
That's great, man. Hey, how's the tag team division in Impact Wrestling?
It's hot. It's hotter than fire. We've been talking about it all day, man. You got the Motor City Machine Guns returning. We've never had a tag match with them, a straight-up tag match. That's a dream match in tag team wrestling anywhere in the world. I don't care who you are. You got the North with the longest reigning Impact tag champions in history, I do believe. You got the Rascals, good, hot, young, up-and-coming act. And you got a lot of you got a veteran team that I think will happen. I think hashtag Heat for Impact is going to work out. You're going to see Heath and Rhino, they're former world champions. I mean, you just have an eclectic mix of young talent, veteran talent in their prime, and you have a company that says, hey, we know tag team wrestling is exciting. Let's focus on it. And then you got guys inside the tag team division who not only want those tag team titles on their mantles, but single titles as well. I know Karl feels that way. He's openly said he wants to be the world heavyweight champion. I think he would represent our company great. But, you know, once that thing gets around his waist, because I know that it will, even being best friends and good brothers, I got to take a shot at that thing too.
Well, this Tuesday, September 29th on Access TV, you got one of those young tag teams, the Rascals, trying to get some respect, so to speak, taking on the Good Brothers. What are your thoughts of that matchup coming up Tuesday on Access TV?
They're good kids, but they're not good brothers yet. They're fearless, and I think it took a lot of gumption, we'll say, to step, but you stepped in the wrong direction. Ain't ready to climb this mountain yet.
Yeah, they're entertaining. They're good in the ring. They're young. I mean, they've got everything that you would look for in professional wrestlers, especially in Impact. And so it's it's exciting. It's gonna be fun because these kids are these guys are all the future of Impact, man. We came in with one thing on our mind, and that's to get as many eyes on Impact as we can, and we're gonna continue to do that. And so the more eyes on Impact means that we're going to make more money and the company's going to do better. The Rascals just get a chance to be on a platform like Wrestling the Good Brothers is good for them.
Another team that you brought up, the North, I think they're incredible too, and an amazing tag team. It would be so interesting, almost like a civil war, the North versus the South. The North versus the Good Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that match, yeah, 100%. Give us some time, put it on TV. I can't wait till the world's open and there's an arena full of people, and let us just go. Those brothers can go. I've been watching them when we were still working in the other company on Tuesday nights just because I enjoyed their work, and now I think we need to beat the hell out of them just because it would be a good time. It'll be fun for us, and it'll be a really good viewing experience for all of our professional wrestling Impact fans out there.
Yeah, man. I did not know a lot about them, and now being around them, and I knew they were getting buzz And I think just now there's a chance, there's an opportunity with Impact making so many different changes recently that now there's an opportunity for more eyes to be on them, and now they can even build their name even more. So it's once the world opens back up, man, I just cannot wait for a crowd to see the North versus the Good Brothers.
Yo, what an impact, and what just a great commitment and a great torchbearer, so to speak, for tag team wrestling with you two. Did you ever think it would go this long and continue going as long as it has so far, and now going more?
We never looked at it like that. I don't think. Once we got together and we had that, and Karl was the standard bearer of it in New Japan, even with Finn Balor and AJ Styles and all those guys. Karl was the most consistent guy, working every one of those tours. And I came in at the very infancy of the Bullet Club, but they were already onto something that was going to turn red hot. And once it did, I think we called ourselves the Core Four with Thomas Tonga and Bad Luck Fale. We were there every night on every show, making every town, and that really bonded us. So I don't think there was ever a plan to separate. We both have plans of venturing out into the singles division. I think there's another side to me that people have never really seen before, and the people who didn't see those huge main events that Karl had in New Japan, maybe before it had so many eyes on it, they're not going to believe what the dude can do. That being said, though, there's never been a plan to separate or be away from each other. If he's out there in singles action, I'm going to be cheering him on and waiting with a cooler of Talking Shop beers for when he's done winning, and I think he'll do the same for me.
That's interesting you mentioned that, too, and I know you mentioned it earlier about singles careers. Is it just that you guys are so good together that people aren't used to that, or maybe they're going to be ready for it now, but just being able to say, hey, look, we're a really good tag team, we're a great tag team, but hey, we both can go in the singles too, and we want to showcase that.
Yeah,
100%, dude. Yeah, go ahead, Gallows. No, it's just that. Like I've got a chip on my shoulder now. Like the way we left our former employer. Like every time I step in the ring now, it's to show people that I'm as good as anybody else in this business. And and I think I'm just exactly. And I think us as a team, dude, I think we're going to always be together, always. I just don't see a reason why there'd be a split or whatever, unless the story just makes sense. But I want to be up there as one of the best, looked at as one of the best wrestlers in the entire world, and that's one of my main goals with going to Impact.
What has Bullet Club meant to you guys?
And it's huge. I've said private and in public a few times, but it may be jokingly, not in jest, but I mean, my career, I think it saved my career. Like, I was coming to the end of a TNA run. It was a year contract with a 1-year option, and then different management at the time, and we couldn't agree on how that 1-year option was supposed to play out in my mind versus their mind. So, at that point, I'm out of WWE and I'm out of TNA. So I get the chance to go to New Japan and come in right at the, a month into this thing that turned up that, in my opinion, changed the entire landscape of the wrestling world. You see guys on TV now that you probably wouldn't have seen, that probably might not have been high-level recruits, because the office and the older eyes that were in charge of our business during that time might not have seen them for the star quality that they have, and now they're selling all this merchandise and getting all these TV ratings and doing all this great stuff. And I think that the Bullet Club helped get eyes on a lot of talent that before that didn't have as many eyes on them. So I think it's been a massive positive for our entire industry. And like, I remember walking through the mall in between Japan tours and seeing people wearing Bullet Club shirts. So at the time, you didn't see a lot of that. You'd see a kid with a John Cena shirt here and there, but to see adults rocking this thing and, Too Sweet at the car wash, it was like, you knew it was something pretty amazing.
Hey, Bound for Glory. Go ahead.
Bullet Club Bullet Club. I mean, it brought millions of dollars to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And so, I mean, just the reach that it actually had outside of Japan, just kind of like, it's crazy. We knew it would. We knew what it was. We knew how good we were, how good it was going to be. But maybe I didn't realize it was up the way it did. But it's a special
October 24th, Bound for Glory. How cool would it be? Could we see a battle of the Good Brothers and the tag team champs, Motor City Machine Guns? And could we see Machine Gun bragging right name on it too?
Dude, I think it's a dream match, the Good Brothers versus the Motor City Machine Guns. I think someday that has to happen. If it's at Bound for Glory, great. And because right now we want the tag team championships, man. And they're the ones with it. And I think the people want to see that match badly. And if anybody else wants to get involved too, I mean, it's just going to be Bound for Glory is going to be great. Slammiversary, the last pay-per-view that we had was did some big numbers for Impact, and so we want to just continue this momentum that we got going and right into Bound for Glory.
Hey, we're going to wrap this up, and thank you both for taking so much time. And I mentioned that too about Machine Gun because Anderson is the Machine Gun. See, I think a victory there will no doubt say who the top Machine Gun is.
Exactly. They stole that thing from me.
There you go. Yes, there you go. Hashtag it. Hey, guys.
I love hashtag pricks.
All right, wait a second now. All right, hey, tell us about your Sundays. While others are resting, the Good Brothers are talking shop. Tell us what's going on there, brothers.
Every Sunday morning, Talking Shop
Gallows.
podcast drops. You can rate, listen, and subscribe anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We call it the hashtag worst podcast ever. What we really mean is it's the most fun you're ever going to have. Here at three guys talk about things that no one should probably talk about publicly, but we are 100% always going to do that, and that's what makes us us. You can see that come to life on the big screen on pay-per-view and on the Fight app November 13th when we bring to you our favorite brand of parody, TalkNShopAMania 2. All kinds of big stars, all kinds of great surprises coming your way. Follow us, follow the brand, follow at Machine Gun KA on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at @the_big LG. We got several merch stores out there, GallowsandAnderson.com, collarandelbowbrand.com, promo code Hoops and breakneckgear.com. Check out all of our stuff, follow our social, and we're going to keep bringing this good brand, a good brother in your way. So we really appreciate you taking the time with us today.
He's so good at that. And you know what? Hey, WrestleMania, y'all were in that history-making epic Boneyard match, Taker Styles. But talking Shopamania, you had your own boner match. And was that any homage to Junkyard Dog and Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, or am I totally off on that?
We love those guys, but you might be a little off on that. But I'll tell you this, you love the Boner Yard match. You better fasten your seatbelt. But when we have our Ball for a Ball match, after Sex Ferguson had to come out of his own grave that Chad Zubat buried him alive in, well, now I'm going for his nuts, and it's going to be nuts. So tune in on pay-per-view November 13th. Tune in to Bound for Glory October 24th for 100% top-level, grade A professional wrestling. Tune in November 13th for the worst pay-per-view event you're ever going to see, but it damn sure will be a spectacle, I promise you that.
It's good to be bad. and with that, that's so cool. You guys are putting on your own wrestling shows. You're doing your podcast. And I read this, and I'll leave it with this. I read that the rise of the cock torturer. Am I correct?
The cock torturer.
Is that an homage to the Red Rooster, Terry Taylor?
It's not.
No, we love Terry. You're going to have to tune in and find out. The cock torturer is his own thing. But, there's been a lot of talk about Talking Shopamania. I know we got to jump off here, but there's a new faction coming. Who knows who's going to be in that? There's actually two new factions forming in Talking Shopamania. There's a death match. There's all kinds of crazy. So tune in and enjoy that for what it is. Know that we did it in jest, and you're supposed to have a good time watching it, but do that.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. And for me, Johnny Swinger, D'Lo Brown being involved, for that right there, to me, that's the price of admission.
I love it, man. We got all kinds of great cameos coming up in the second rendition of Talking Shopamania as well. The cameos make it fun, and there'll be some that you'll go, really? That's awesome. So I think it'll be some nice surprises on board.
All right, Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers, Impact Wrestling. Catch them Tuesday nights on Access TV. Guys, has it ever been Anderson and Gallows, or it's always Gallows and Anderson?
I don't know who started it. I think it's
It flows. It just flows better, and we don't mind. Our egos don't bash like that. We're good to go. It's good to go. Any way you want to say it.
It is. Edge and Christian sounds much better than Christian and Edge. So Gallows and Anderson does. But listen, guys, let me let you go. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us, brother. Appreciate you.